This was the hardest for us, period.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you're about to see is something that we don't do in our relationship like ever. So us putting on this kind of makes it even harder to do.
Yeah, we don't ever do this. This was seriously really hard for us.
Right. So what you doing, baby?
I'm trying to pay our bills online, and I'm stuck on this password for the electric bill.
What password?
For the electric bill, I can't remember the password.
And how you can't remember the password?
Well, I mean, we have a lot of passwords that we use, and so I'm trying to remember which one.
But don't you do the electric bill every month?
Yes, I paid a
So
bill.
how you can't remember a simple password that you use every month?
Like I was saying, I pay the bills every month. It's just that we have several passwords to use, and I have a lot on my mind. So, I mean, I'm really trying to.
But what's on your mind ain't got nothing to do with the password at the moment. The password, you should remember that.
I'm trying here.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
You sure?
I'm just trying to remember the
Okay, you
password.
kind of slow right now. Like a simple password that you do every month, repeatedly, and you all of a sudden just forget.
Slow.
Yeah, it's slow. You know what?
I'm slow.
I do it myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious right now at the moment.
I'm slow because I can't remember a password.
Obviously.
Why you treat me like I'm stupid?
Man, I didn't say you was stupid. I said slow.
It's the same thing.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so as you guys saw in that clip was an example of contempt in a relationship.
Right.
And contempt is one of the four horsemen that Dr. John Gottman talks about in his study, and also in one of his great books called The Seven Principles of Marriage. And if you look below, you'll see that we provided the link for you to check out his website and to see what resources he has to explain more about the four horsemen. Well, with that to say, that was a really hard scenario to act out. We want to think about how do we respond to contempt in our relationship, or if we are the one that's causing contempt, what do we do to stop it?
Right, and so number one is own up. It says examine yourself and own self. Own your thoughts and own your feelings. Mm-hmm. And this is what we use, like the I think, I feel, and how you think, how you feel, and because what this prevents the negative projection and criticism. So when you're with your spouse, y'all can just sit across from each other. This is what I think. This is what I feel, and they can reflect that back to you. Well, I think this, and I feel this right here about that situation, because, like I said, contempt can lead to a harsh way of saying something, or it can downplay the whole relationship.
So, like earlier, instead of you name calling me slow, you could have just expressed what you thought and how you felt about me not remembering the password instead of name calling.
Right.
Yeah.
Number two is remember, you are human. We are all prone to saying or doing some things wrong. Make the decision to not magnify poor choices, mistakes, or flaws. Instead, be empathetic, compassionate, and show forgiveness. So, in the way that you see in the video, that was a way that I could have, okay, she don't remember the password, okay, or something like that. It could have been a way of showing forgiveness, like, okay, just for you not doing this right here, I still forgive you. You know, we can still figure this out together, you know, in a way as a husband and a wife or a relationship, like figure it out. And so just showing being compassionate and just showing love. Okay, we can figure this out, or we can do this, or don't worry about it. We can reset the password, just put another password or something like that. Mm-hmm. Instead of just going to a 100%, it could have been ways of dealing with that situation.
And so, like, when I said I couldn't remember the password, he could have been empathetic, as we said in the list of what could you do. And being empathetic means, okay, well, hey, sometimes I forget the password too. Let's think, do you have a password book? Did you keep it in your phone? Or like you said, reset it. And so here's the thing, like when we magnify each other's mistakes or flaws, and we insult each other because of the mistakes we make, whether it is something small as not remember password or taking out the trash to forgetting to actually pay the bill. Like, no matter the magnitude, if we magnify our flaws, then all it does is make that person feel little. So when he was magnifying over and over again that I couldn't remember the password and then name called, I felt less of a person. And so it's like, you're shrinking your spouse, and then it's like, okay, so now you see me as if I have no worth. And then you put a name call on top of it, you put an insult on top of it, you really make me feel unworthy, or I feel unworthy because you did this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And number 3, always honor your spouse. Honoring our spouse is respectfully love. Mind, body, words, and actions. And it speaks of Romans 12 and 10. It says, love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring each other. Showing genuine affection is like, babe, don't worry about it. We can figure this out. Mm-hmm. Come in here, give me a little hug or something like that. I know your mind, or like she said, her mind, she was thinking about a whole lot. Okay, what's on your mind? Let's talk about that first, or then let's do this bill. The bills can always don't get paid, you know what I'm saying? But at the moment, what's on your mind that's stopping you from being able to remember? And just, stuff like that. Just keep it calm and cool, calm, and collected, as I would say. But,
Yeah, and when he says show affection, I like how he put his hand on my shoulder, because our body language says a lot. And in Contempt, there are a lot of body language that we could read upon each other. It's not just what we say, the insults and the belittling. It's also the eye rolling or the sneering, or it's giving those harsh, how will we say, humor, or harsh humor or criticism. You think it's funny, but really you're criticizing. Throwing shade. Hey, some of us do that, and so listen, our body language speaks volumes. And then when you put the words with it, hey, you're just up for a conflict to happen. In our case, I walked away, which, can lead to another horseman, which I will not talk about in this video. You have to catch the next video. But showing affection and loving each other with our mind, body, soul, and with all our strength, that's how we love God. But God also said, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. So we have this golden apple, because in Proverbs it says, like
apple of gold
in settings of silver is a word spoken at the right time. And so this is something we do with our couples with the golden apple. We have a golden apple moment. That means share something nice with each other. If you feel like you're going to have something negative to say, don't say it at all. Just make it a golden moment with your spouse, especially if your spouse is having a hard time. And another thing, if you find it so easy to insult your spouse with like, oh, you're slow, or how stupid can you be? Like remarks like that, if you find that so easy for you to say, like that means there's some negativity that you have about your spouse. And let's just press pause to see, where is that coming from? Why is it so easy for you to insult your spouse? Why are you so negative towards your spouse? When did this start? Go backtrack to see what happened. More than likely, it's a lot of unforgiveness there.
Right.
So we hope you guys learned just the main tips about contempt, that it's not healthy for your relationship, and that if it's going on in your relationship, please seek some help from a healthy couple that you know, or a lay pastor or counselor, or us mentors, or just refer to this video to just kind of just get you some help, because it's very toxic, you know, and it incorporates emotional abuse. It could lead to emotional abuse. So with saying that, I hope you guys like this video. Please like, share, subscribe. All right, until next time. Bye.